Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into what is honestly a massive leap forward for anyone who builds, manages, or has to troubleshoot automated workflows. We're breaking down how the new n8n 2.22 update brings absolutely powerful OpenTelemetry support right into your workflow executions. You know, if you've ever felt like your automations are basically a black box the second they leave your server, this update is going to fundamentally change how you operate.
Let's actually start by highlighting a universal pain point we've all felt. What is slowing down your workflow? Just imagine you've got this complex automation. You're sending off a piece of data to some external service, like, say, an AI classifier for content moderation, and suddenly, the whole process just hangs. It stalls out. You hit a massive delay. Now, previously, you'd have absolutely no idea what caused it, right? Was it your network? Did the AI service go down? Did a weird data parameter cause a timeout? It was a total guessing game.
Which brings us to Section 1, the observability blind spot. So prior to this update, n9 actually had great internal observability. You could see exactly what was happening inside your individual node executions. But the moment you needed to integrate that data with a wider distributed tracing setup across your other servers, you were kind of out of luck. It left us with totally opaque outbound calls and these really frustrating blind spots whenever our workflows talk to the outside world. So to understand how this update fixes that, let's quickly demystify the jargon. A trace is simply a tracker that follows a single request, end to end, through literally every service and operation it touches. Think of it like a GPS tracker that you slap onto a package. By looking at a trace, you get this clear visual map that helps you instantly pinpoint latency, catch hidden errors, and spot anomalies across any vast distributed system. Tracing doesn't just say, hey, something broke. It tells you exactly where and exactly why it broke, so you can resolve issues way faster.
To put it into perspective, before version 2.22, you were dealing with those opaque external calls and isolated data. You were just guessing. But now, we are moving to visual waterfall charts. You can literally watch the cascading timeline of your request, complete with linked parent and child spans. You aren't hunting for needles in a haystack anymore because the haystack is perfectly organized and color-coded for you. It's a real game changer.
Let's move on to Section 2, OpenTelemetry meets n8n.
Because n8n implemented OpenTelemetry, or OTel, which is the universally accepted industry standard, it plugs right into whatever existing tracing setup your engineering team or your home lab is already running. And here's my absolute favorite part about this whole shebang. 2. That's the exact number of environment variables you need to add to your n8n configuration to turn this on. Just 2 variables to magically automate both your workflow and your node execution tracing. You don't have to rewrite your workflows, you don't need to add special tracking nodes, you just flip a switch at the environment level and boom, the system starts emitting traces.
Just take a look at this quote right from the source material. It automatically includes the workflow and node executions in the traces. It shows the workflows as parent spans and the nodes as child spans. This perfectly shows how n8n beautifully translates its own internal architecture into the wider tracing world. The workflow is the parent span, and every node inside it is a child span. It perfectly mirrors the mental model you already have when you're dragging and dropping things on the canvas.
And this isn't just some toy feature either. It ships with real production-ready knobs. You get a configurable sample rate, so if you process millions of executions, you don't completely overwhelm your collector. You can toggle off node spans if you only care about the high-level workflow data. And most importantly, there's a brand new section right inside the node settings panel where you can add custom telemetry tags. So you can actually inject custom execution data or specific parameters directly into your traces, which gives you incredible context when you're looking at those waterfall charts later.
All right, Section 3, available on Community Plan. Now you might be thinking this sounds like a premium feature locked behind some massive enterprise paywall, but it absolutely isn't. n8n has completely democratized this, meaning everyone from weekend hobbyists to startup founders gets access to these incredibly powerful diagnostic tools right out of the box. You're essentially getting enterprise-grade observability for your home lab, for free. Even if you're a self-hoster running everything locally and your requests stay completely inside of n8n, you can still use this. You can use traces to debug complex logic, optimize those slow-running workflows, and trace all the way through your sub-workflows to figure out exactly where the bottlenecks are hiding in your personal setups.
So here's the magic that actually makes it all work. The W3C Trace Context Propagation Standard. I know, try saying that 3 times fast. It's a bit of a mouthful. But this W3C standard is the absolute secret sauce. It's the standardized protocol that ensures when n8n talks to a completely different downstream piece of software, they both understand they're working on the exact same task. And that is what allows their traces to be perfectly linked together. Let's break down exactly how that handoff process works. Think of it kind of like a relay race. First, if a request comes in, n8n catches the unique trace ID from the previous service. Then, as n8n processes the workflow and makes an outbound request to the next tool, it passes that parent span ID along in the HTTP headers. It's literally handing off the baton. But here's the crucial detail to remember. While n8n passes the ID along, it is still each individual tool's own responsibility to actually send its trace data off to your central collector. Finally, your observability tool scoops up all those matching IDs and visualizes the whole journey together for you.
Let's look at Section 4, Simple Setup for Beginners.
Now, if you're sitting there realizing you don't even have an observability tool yet, or you're starting completely from scratch, welcome. You are going to absolutely love traces. It's going to change how you work. And getting past that initial upfront setup is incredibly straightforward. And n8n provides a fantastic quick start guide to make the whole thing a breeze. The sequence is really just 3 steps. Step 1, spin up a trace collector and visualizer. And then n8n actually gives you a Docker Compose file for a tool called Jaeger, which is a great, simple way to start. Step 2, add those 2 magic environment variables to your n8n config. And step 3, run your workflow and simply watch those beautiful visual traces roll right into your dashboard. It is so satisfying to see that for the first time. Which leaves us with one final, pretty exciting question to ponder. What hidden bottlenecks will you uncover in your home lab today? Now that the blinders are off and you have true end-to-end visibility, there's really no excuse for slow, error-prone workflows anymore. I highly encourage you to go give your systems the observability they deserve. Thanks for joining me for this explainer, and happy tracing.